I want to talk about this.
It's Noble.
Noble. Noble.
Yeah.
Not Nobler at all.
So this is
not something that I knew much about.
No, we never really knew much about it. We know about the branding. Okay, so FLYSKY is something we're familiar with.
Yes, and we carry more of their entry-level stuff.
That's right. And they're better known for that, I think.
Yeah. And we sell 100 of their units every year, and they're very good and reliable. We've had them on the Rookie Off-Road. Has them. The HR1.
Yep.
Has
the Comicals.
One. The Comicals have them. One of them does. One of them's now fitted with a 10PX.
That's very fitting for a comical.
It is. It's more comical than not.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is a Noble. This is FLYSKY's flagship. They call it the Noble.
Yes.
The Noble range, and I believe there's two versions of this. I want to say that there's this one and there's a Pro.
Yes.
And I believe the Pro might have a little bit different communication protocol.
Yeah, I think the transmission is meant to be slightly faster.
Yeah, slightly faster. But I don't know much about it, but it is value-packed radio nonetheless.
Yeah, so
let's learn together as we unbox it. What do you reckon?
Let's have a look. Like, we still haven't had much time to play with it. So we have had a touch, but let's open up more.
Well, it's because I'm a Futaba guy. I have no interest in having one. But our factory team driver for Team Yokomo, Anthony Coretti.
Anthony uses one of these.
Recently made a change.
Definitely.
And I didn't actually see, I think he showed his radio on the show in Bendigo. I can't remember. But let's have a look at lovely boxing. Boxing, packaging.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got a solid outer, which is like a book.
Solid outer.
It's like a premium book.
It's environmentally responsible. That's what I want to call it.
Is it?
Yep.
All right.
I'm calling it that.
There we go. So it looks like a very low profile casing.
Have a look what we've got in here.
Okay, bring it over to the white area. All right, so we've got a micro receiver here with a built-in antenna. So that'll be perfect for small electrics like 10 scale.
And yeah, I'd even say 8 scale electrics. Oh, but hang on a minute. Look at the size of this bad boy.
What's that?
That's whopping. That's 5G.
Okay, so there's a micro that's included, and then there's the full range one that's included. That
would look fitting in a vintage car,
wouldn't it?
That's like the size of my old KO Pro.
That's more like an aircraft size receiver, so it's probably absolute full range.
Full range.
Full range. And so this would be recommended for anything gas, anything that really needs a solid connection.
Or going far away.
That's right.
Or operating in harsh conditions.
Yeah. Particularly gas cars have a lot of vibration, so you want to use this.
And they generally go far away.
Yeah, that's tiny. I mean, that's comparable to any of the top-end receivers.
Yeah, the 4 Series Futaba and the 492 Sanwas.
Yeah, just to give you an idea, here's my thumb there.
Yeah, but that's an oversized thumb. That's no scale whatsoever. All right.
What else we got there? What's this bit?
That is a charging cable.
Is it?
And that warms my heart because I've had a moment with a transmitter charger last week.
Did you?
Yeah.
I'll just focus that.
I won't mention any names, but it brought me to tears.
Tears.
And this one is all you need. It's a nice little USB charger that plugs straight into the transmitter.
Right angle bit. That's a bit special.
It is nice, isn't it? So that tells me that this does in fact come with a LiPo Life style battery.
Yeah.
Right? A rechargeable battery in the box.
Yes.
That's really nice.
What's you got in there?
What else? This is a little boxing box. Oh, so there's a grip here. So it's either going to be bigger or smaller than the one that's on there.
So that's rubberized, is it?
For bigger or smaller hands. Yeah, definitely rubberized. So that's nice. So you don't have to buy aftermarket parts.
Yep.
And believe it or not, we've got tuning springs.
Yep.
And they're actually different colors. So I'm tipping one will be softer and one will be harder than the spring that's fitted.
Yep.
And it could be either for the steering or the throttle.
Yep. And if they're clever, we'll find out when we look at the manual. They may be optional for either one.
Yes. Yes. Or they might be pre-tensioned via a screw, via a pre-tension screw.
Yes, yes.
So that's really cool.
What's it got in there? Got some QR codes to some help.
Yep. I need all the help I can get. And we've got a couple of screen protectors. So not just one, 2 screen protectors.
Okay.
And a quick start guide. Oh, we don't need that.
No.
We don't need that. We're going to wing it.
No one needs manuals.
No one needs a manual. So what have we got in the rest of the box? Ooh. This here. Oh, this is the battery unit. And it's not just a battery unit, Beats. This is actually like a machine. The battery unit is here. and
So-
it's
so
telling me
it's-
that it's charged.
It's
It's green.
encased.
It's got a USB output, and that's the charging port there.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So that is really cool. So that is
Hang on. Where is it? Bring it back. Bring it back.
and it's got a check button here to check if it's charged or not.
Yeah. Cool.
And this looks like it slides in, so it's not just a little floppy. It's got rubberized feet.
Oh, so that'll act
Alloy,
as for
yeah.
the stand.
This will be the base, and it's quite heavy, so it's nice. So it's going to be like a stand. It's quite solid.
So it looks like a bayonet mount onto the base of the.
4,300 milliamps.
Nice.
Now that's some serious juice.
It's decent, isn't it?
Hey, that is a good little transmitter pack.
Mm.
And it
Yeah.
does an output as well, so you can use this to charge stuff.
Where's the output?
So it can be.
Oh, the USB. The main
Yes.
USB is output.
So it can be a porta pocket for your
Phone.
phone.
Right.
That's good. I like it.
Okay.
So that's a handy little feature that I've not seen before. Now I'm going to reach in the box and get the transmitter out. Now bear with me. It's all a little bit new.
So it's a bit different how it's got the.
Geez, that's
wheel.
funny ergonomics. No, that's because it pivots.
Hang on. Hang on.
I can't wait.
That'll do.
So you can see here that we do in fact have measurements. So you could probably mark it where you want it, but it can in fact be left and right hand control without taking anything apart or so. I don't know. I call this right hand control. Yes. And
Right hand control.
And if you know, for example, that you are happy, geez, I did that well. That's exactly 90 degrees or 0 as it's marked.
Does it go tighter as well?
It can go
Oh,
tighter.
it does. Okay.
So you can, if you know where you're comfortable, you can put it there. You can just do it by feel.
Yep.
So that is the steering wheel. And like I said, that can be right hand or left hand operation without having to perform massive surgery. Most radios will do that, but it's a bit of a surgery swapping it over.
Yes.
Swapping the pot from the front to the back, so
Yes.
be it.
Yes.
But this one here has it covered. It's quite resistive to push. Doesn't have a locator, which would be nice if it had like a ratcheting system. But I mean, it's not like you're going to get that excited and it's going to move while you're driving.
Well, you shouldn't unless you're like a disco dancer on the stand.
Well, I am. Give Goody it, see what happens. You fold it in half like a bit of origami. No, you'll be going left and right.
It would be. It would be.
So we've got lots of buttons and dials as you'd expect.
Yes.
On the wheel.
Now I was told there's a battery in here as well.
Well, let's power
so
it up.
It has 2 batteries.
No. Oh.
Welcome to Noble.
Oh.
There you go.
It does in fact have a battery in there. I thought you were just pulling my leg.
Well, I normally do, but not this time.
Shutting down.
Oh, she's quite pleasant.
Is she?
In the meantime,
So you're going to plug up the
I'm going to plug up the original one
main battery.
because I know exactly what I'm doing. Do you believe me?
Don't know.
I wouldn't. I would not believe.
Get the teeth in the right spot.
That's right. The tongue might come out in a minute.
That's right.
Oh,
There we go. It's
that
in.
clicked we're in. Look
Okay.
at that. It's quite intuitive.
Yes.
And I like radios that are intuitive. Even,
Yeah, so there's
even,
the
for,
rubbery bits.
even for chimps like me.
Yep.
So it's got 2 batteries.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I spoke to a gentleman who called me a few days ago and he explained that.
Can I turn it on?
Yeah, turn it on.
And there is a lot of value to be had in this radio.
Yes.
So it seems to have a lot of features and even more features than radios 5 times more price.
Yes. He did say he thought the screen was a little bit dim. Now, I don't know if you can increase that.
I reckon that we can. I just don't know how. Full touch screen.
Yep. Yeah, no different to your mobile, is it?
Display. Wow,
look at
so
that.
we can display the servos. I was looking for
So does
brightness.
that mean if you move something, those will move?
Yes. Channel speed mixes, throttle mix. So it does in fact have a lot of adjustments.
How about getting a bit closer there? So it's a bit easier for everyone to see.
And I bet it's easy to pair, so you can
Yeah.
reverse your channels as easy as that. 4-channel radio.
Yep.
The touchscreen works really nice. Model select, obviously. So we've got lots of models to choose from, probably 40, I would say. That could be wrong. Yeah, nice little radio. We've got our trims on the over here.
Center point.
Oh,
Yeah, she even tells me the center point.
it's like a joystick. It only goes in 2 directions or multiple. Can you press down as well? No.
I can press down, but it doesn't do anything.
Oh, maybe it can be assigned.
Center point.
So nice little voice activated there. I can see the the trim that's going to have all the features that you need and more, I dare say. And the price point is really good, and the replacement or the additional receivers. So if you have a fleet of 1, 2, 3, or 15 cars,
Yeah.
You know, it can be quite good proposition price wise.
Yeah. I mean, you look at it, it looks quite plasticky, right? It's all black. It's got the stealth look.
But yeah,
It is actually got a lot of weight to it, isn't it?
It does have a lot of weight to it. Well, there's a lot of machined alloy. Like, so all this is machined alloy, anodized. Obviously, the handle and everything here does have an adjustable ergonomics on the throttle. So both in the finger size, and it looks the throttle rail itself, there's stopping points.
Oh, okay. Yes.
So you can recalibrate your endpoints on your transmitter effectively.
Yep. So you've got mechanical and also electronic
mechanical
inside the.
It looks like we do in fact have a spring preload
For the
adjustment for the steering wheel, so you can adjust that feel.
Yep.
You know, which is really, really nice. But yes, it's a nice, classy radio, and you could be fooled for thinking that it's $1,000. You really could. So do yourself a favor and check out the FLYSKY Noble NB4.
It's pretty good, isn't it?
Comes with a charger and everything.
Yeah. Well, look how low profile it is. It just basically looks like a pistol grip. You know, like off an actual gun.
I'm not sure.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't.
You don't know about
guns.
that, right? And it just looks like it's got like a smartphone on the top and a battery. You do know. You're a liar.
I was talked into it by some videographer. There was a James Bond scene, remember?
Oh.
With another brand.
Oh,
radio.
yes, I remember that. Yes, we've got that on YouTube.
That was a bit foolish. That's what you get for having no shame or inhibitions, I'm afraid. You get talked into things you shouldn't.
You still haven't learned, have you? You still have no inhibitions.
So there you go. So that is the Noble NB4. It's a new brand to, well, it's a new model to Hearns. But yeah, check it out. I think it's really good value. And
it looks pretty good.
They're everywhere in the pits racing. And I didn't know why, but you can sort of see why. You know, they're really good and they're huge value. These are probably the best value radio on the market. I can't say I've driven with one, but in hand, it feels really good. And if that's what you knew, that's what you knew. Packs up nicely, comes in a nice container.
It is really small package compared to some of the other top-end radios, isn't it?
And luckily, we've got our Rubik's World bags that would suit this perfectly.
Yes.
And take care of your good radio. So if you're buying it, bundle it up with a Rubik's World bag. Fully adjustable. I can't believe that. Straight out of the box.
Yeah, I think it's really clever.
It is clever, isn't it? Yeah. It's a little bit, I don't know, almost gimmicky for me, but if you are somebody who likes to play with those things, and you know, each their own. Because people do, people have got those things.
And the disco dancers?
The disco dancers waddling around.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you know. Yeah, there you go. The Noble NB4. How do I turn it off again? Yeah.
Shutting down.
Oh,
She tells me.
she does. There you go.
How do I get this out again?
There you go.
Click.
Bayonet.
Tells me how charged that is.
Yep.
And I can see how charged. Right, that'll just turn on again.
Yeah.
Pop it like that, and away it goes. Do yourself a favor. Noble NB4.
Pretty impressive.
I'm really impressed by the charging port.
Yeah, I like it.
Not mentioning any names.
There you go.
But I blame Syrian. I blame Syrian for a lot of things in my life.
Do you now?
Yep. Hey, how was his CCO2 build?
It's pretty good.
Wasn't it?
The first one was a really long one.
And then the second one he needed in like 15 minutes.
That's right. So he finished it off. But it worked out really well.
Really good.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. And if you haven't checked that out, guys.
Yeah, watch it.
Look it up.
They're on our YouTube channel.
We're on our
it's
YouTube
2
channel.
episodes, part 1 and part 2.
So he smashed out the whole build in, what, an hour and 40?
No, the first one was 2 hours.
Oh, 2 hours.
Yeah,
2 hours
so
and
it would
40.
have been close to 3 hours.